Hi everyone, good morning, good afternoon, and good night, and hello night owls that are here with me also. Butterfly, for example, right? You're the same night owl that I am. So what's going on in Iceland? The eruption is still going. We have only one crater left that has built up quite significantly. So it looks like the little brother of the old crater that the March 16th eruption has created. And that was quite tall and high. So this one is basically next to his big brother and keeps going, keeps trying to get as high as the other one. So I know the other one is probably as high as 50 meters or higher, the old one. Some parts of the walls did collapse, creating a lava flow. But this one's building up as well for sure. So it's quite stable, so it doesn't seem to reduce, but other things are happening. And that's the interesting news that we've been waiting for, guys. The lava is flowing right now, mostly to the northwest. And I want to show you this aerial picture that they have released by NASA, and it really shows the lava flow, and it really shows how surrounded the infrastructure is by these lava flows. I mean, you see the blue pond there, that's the blue lagoon, and you see the lava flow, and you see south of it there's Grindavik, and there's the lava flow. They have called like Grindavik an island because it's basically been cut off by this lava flow. So the road to the west and the road Grindavik that also leads by the Blue Lagoon. But also check out how surrounded the Blue Lagoon is. And we know that place has opened up again a few days ago, despite the fact that lava's still flowing in that direction and that toxic gas pollution in that place can happen at any time. So if you look at that satellite picture, would you feel comfortable going into a swim in that place, especially since you know that the lava that is circling around you is coming from a magma chamber that's right underneath you? Taking that expensive risk, it is expensive. One of my viewers wrote me that if you buy a Blue Lagoon cup there, it's like between 40 and 60 dollars, I believe she said, or euros, but quite expensive. So interesting. If you see that picture, I think that puts more clarity about the threat from lava flow. And you also see how close this eruption is to Grindavik and the Swartsengi area. So wind needs to change, and boof, the gas pollution is there. It doesn't need to travel very far. And that's why they said today gas pollution was noticed in Grindavik. Grindavik is open again for residents and businesses. So business, especially the fish processing, has resumed activities, but we've also heard that some companies had to let go of 56 employees there in the fish processing because it's just such a disruptive business there with the evacuations and then not be able to come back for a few days to do that. So they're laying off people because of course it's not feasible to run these business operations as of right now. What is going on with the land rise or the land subsidence? So this is the information that I have been waiting for, because we know after this eruption started, the land has been subsiding underneath Swartsengi, which was an indication that the magma chamber underneath is emptying out. And that was different from the last eruption, because there the land started rise again right after the start of this eruption. This land subsidence was basically an indication that more magma did flow out from the magma chamber underneath Swartsengi than was flowing back into that shallow magma chamber from a deeper magma reservoir. That seems to have changed now, guys. We will talk about that in a second. So the deformation measurements that they have undertaken the last few days show that this land subsidence seems to have stopped. So it's not subsiding any further, but the eruption still keeps going quite steadily. So what does that mean? Because we've had various theories. If you watched my previous videos, Thorwald, and he said if this eruption stops now, all these pipes and tunnels that go from the magma chamber, they'll be clogged up, and definitely we will not see an eruption in the Sudnuka crater series for 400 years or 800 years. It'll move somewhere else. Is it? Let's talk about it. So what does it mean that the land did stop sinking? It means that is quite likely that the flow of magma that comes from the deeper magma reservoir into the shallower magma chamber is now comparable to what is coming out on the surface through this one crater that we have left. So it's a balanced flow right now. And it's going to be interesting what it will do next. Will the flow increase so that we will see another land rise again, or will it remain balanced for a while? It has been balanced in the previous eruption before a while. So again, we have to wait for the next round of measurements. But it's interesting. Guys, let me know in the comments, what do you think? Do you think this is it? Do you think this is the last eruption that we will see in this area, and then it's all over for Grindavik? Grindavik will be safe again? I mean, the predictions are, even if the eruptions did stop in this area, there would be earthquakes for the next 400 years. And we know the earthquakes have been a big issue in Grindavik, the fissures that got longer, the cracks that opened, and that's why so many homes were destroyed. The lava, or the eruption, actually only burned down 3 homes, when in January that southern fissure opened basically in the garden of these 3 homes. So interesting stuff. The lava that is flowing out right now from the current eruption has spread quite far, and you see it on the satellite pictures. It's covering already like 8.6 square kilometers, basically all the areas around Grindavik and Swartsengi, and without the defense walls, both areas would be in serious trouble. Also, what is happening with the current lava flow, I mean, it's flowing mainly right now to the northwest towards Silingerfell. You see it here on the satellite pictures, and there we have the same phenomenon that we had with the last eruption. The lava bed is thickening, so the lava is flowing on top of each other, lifting up the area. And then from there are active lava flows that are going north of Silingerfell, and you see where the lava is going there, and it's basically flowing towards Grindavik. That's the direction, and the defense walls of Swartsengi. So both sides around Silingerfell would be a problem for the Swartsengi area if there was a greater lava flow or a faster lava flow. Right now it's creeping slowly, but don't forget, guys, in the last eruption, this kind of slowly creeping lava did create, when it was building on top of each other, an underground lava river that wasn't visible. So you couldn't see like a red glowing lava flow like you see here on that satellite picture, where you clearly see where the lava was flowing. That's the last satellite picture that they released. It was covered up by these layers of already like cooling down lava. That's why it was looking black. But then it was approaching the northeastern part of the defense wall of Grindavik. You can see it here in that picture, and was lifting up, pushing against that wall, and then pushing over that wall. That was very slowly, so it wasn't really threatening anything, but that's what's happening, and this is what's happening, could happen here as well. So based on the current measurements, we can say that the average lava flow that is coming from the eruption is estimated at 30 cubic meters per second. One thing is a good comparison that the Icelandic MET Office made. So when we only had 1 crater left in the previous eruption at that time, we had a flow rate of 3 to 4 cubic meters when only that 1 crater was active. So now we have only 1 crater active, and we have quite almost like 10 times the amount that is still coming out of this. So this one is certainly more powerful. And that's why still gas pollution is a major risk. And they're warning people that the forecast predicts a northerly wind today and tomorrow, and that the gas pollution therefore will travel south, and that's towards Grindavik. So people in Grindavik need to be very, very careful. Of course, they say there's still considerable uncertainty what the amount of the gas pollution actually is. That's what they're saying. That's the problem they're having with these measuring instruments. And that's why, you know, they're having this hazard map with the hazard levels, and Grindavik is in there, Swartsengi is in there. That's why I always keep saying, do you need to have a tourist operation going in that area? The Blue Lagoon, whenever it's being evacuated during operation hours, there's roughly 800 people in that area. So do they have 800 gas masks if the wind turns quickly and pushes into the Blue Lagoon? I hardly doubt it. One thing is interesting, and I have mentioned it in my last video, that they were able to take samples of the current lava that is flowing from this eruption. And then they always like to compare it with lava from previous eruptions to know more about the chemical compositions of this lava, to be able maybe to find out, is it coming from the same magma reservoir? Where has it been going? Has it remained longer here? So you can get a little bit of information from these chemical compositions. It seems that there's a different chemical composition than usual. And let's dig into this a little bit. So yesterday, the University of Iceland's Institute of Geosciences has published the first rock and geochemical data from the current volcanic eruption. You see the picture behind me, that's when they took that sample. They were kind of like using their new equipment. They had new protective suits and stuff like this. So now they have evaluated these data, and they show that the chemical composition of the magma that is now coming out on the surface is different from what has occurred in the last 4 volcanic eruptions in the Sutnuka crater series. Wow, guys, wow, right? This is kind of stunning. It's like, did you expect that? I certainly did not expect that. Interesting is that they did find a match for that lava. It is similar to lava from another eruption, and that's interesting. So this lava resembles the magma from the start of the 2021 Geldinga Valley eruption. So what does that mean? Oh, they're saying these results are a sign that the magma accumulation in that magma chamber underneath the Swartsengi area is changing. So at the moment, it is not possible to assess exactly what kind of changes are underway. But in the near future, more data will be collected and scrutinized to try to shed light on them. Wow. I mean, that's all they're saying. But I think it's time to scratch our heads again, guys. So there's more going on underneath there than we know. So the system is changing, but the question is why and into what? So we have to wait for more data, unfortunately. Another thing that the MET Office has released, they have released an updated hazard map. They have changed the western areas of Grindavik, that's zone 7, that they have increased the hazard level again from yellow to orange, because they're saying the risk for gas pollution is now present again in that area. So let's have a closer look at the graphs that are updated now, where we can see all the previous eruptions and where we can see what is happening now. And this has changed significantly. So we can see here that golden line here, the longest one that ends with a star, that is the land rise that has been happening until the moment when the eruption, the current eruption started. And then underneath it, that short little red line that goes below 0, that is what happened the moment the eruption started. So the land has been subsiding, and now it seems it has leveled out, and now we have to wait. Will it start to rise again? And in light of the fact that we now know that the chemical composition of this magma has changed, will it now behave the same as it did in last eruption? Will it fill up and rise again? Or what is happening? So that's the interesting part. And that's, I believe, we will have more information within the next few days, guys. So thank you very much for watching. Check out my latest Campi Flegrei video there. It's rumbling there again, and still there's new information. Mysterious vandalism of measuring stations that are crucial for the safety of people. Safety as safe as can be if a supervolcano might erupt. So check this out, guys. Leave this video a like. I hope you're having an awesome day with beautiful summer weather. I hope you're safe. I enjoy your comments. We're having pilots flying, watching my videos. Hi to you. I hope you're having a good and safe flight. It's absolutely awesome. And you guys, wherever you are in the world, thanks for your ongoing support and for being here. And what's interesting for Campi Flegrei, one user pointed this out to me, that Dutch Sinze, his channel, that he has made a statement that he expects a larger earthquake in the Campi Flegrei area, magnitude 5 or even higher. So guys, let's watch what's going to happen. He's been pretty good with his predictions. So interesting stuff is going to happen. Let's hope that everyone remains safe. I'll see you very, very soon, guys, with another update. My yesterday's or today's Campi Flegrei video came out later than usual because, wow, it took YouTube about like 8 hours to upload this video. I was sitting there, it was like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. I'm like, I want to release this video. Can't this hurry up? And it was like upload process at 16%. And then every 10 minutes, maybe I got 1% if I was lucky. So I didn't get much sleep. I was like sleeping a little bit. I woke up, I checked my cell phone. Where's the upload process? 1% more. So I think around 11:30 a.m. This morning, I was finally able to upload my Campi Flegrei video. So, and yeah, I hope that this upload won't take that long. So you'll see this video when it's out, I guess. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.